Game 7 to this one, and this was memorable for a completely different reason. Steph Curry, you know it, performance from the ages, the Golden One center rocking one more time, which has been the best opening round playoff series, and Curry would silence them real quick. Warriors totally unreliable on the road, so just give it to Mr. Reliable. Passing Ray Allen for the most career threes composite in Game 7s with 23. Why smile at the camera when you can stare it down? But the Kings had their best season in 17 years, won't go quietly. Sabonis running the floor. He'll get some all-NBA third-team votes. Kings by 2 at the break. They won Game 1, Game 2, Game 6. Can they win Game 7 in the third? The Warriors have owned the third in this series. Look at that from Curry. Took 38 shots. That's certainly the most acrobatic. And coming out of the locker room, when they dominate the third, like they did on Sunday, they win the game, and in this case, win the series. Battle for the loose ball. Kevon Looney with one of his 21 boards. Extra skip pass, corner. Curry, 3, no. Wiggins, back to Curry. Curry had 22 points in the paint. More than just the greatest long-range shooter of all time. Dubs up 7. And then Klay Thompson didn't have a great game, 4 for 19. But shooters make big shots when they have to. Warriors up 10 after 3. They outscored the Kings 35-23 in the third. Again, the decisive quarter in this series. That look says it all. To the fourth, Curry working on history. Never had a 50-point Game 7 performance. He's sitting at 40. Wow! From 27 feet. Had 7 triples. Took 38 shots in 38 minutes. A shot a minute. And again, who else do you want shooting? Sitting at 43. Floater. Getting it to go. The whole narrative was it's the old Warriors against the young Kings. Steph looks spry and young at the age of 35 in the corner for 3. He's got 48. Man, incredible. The championship window in 2015, alive in 2023. They've had ups, downs, titles, drama. 50 for Curry. They're going to eliminate the Kings in style in seconds into the locker room to hear from Steve Kerr, a great shooter in his era, praising the greatest shooter that ever lived.
You guys have been doing this for a long time. Shit, Steph, 50 points in Game 7? Yeah. How many people have done that? Zero. This is why you guys are champs. Tonight was an example of why we are a championship team.
This is hard. Like, this is winning at this level. There's a lot of narratives and, commentary throughout, game to game, and you're trying to block it all out and just focus on basketball. But at the end of it, there's fun with it too.
So who can stop Steph Curry?
Hopefully we'll never find out.
Steph was elite. He did what he was supposed to do. He put these guys on his back and he said, we're not losing tonight, and I'm going to make sure that happens. A guy like that, you hope that he misses some shots. I still think we could have withstood his barrage if we would have made free throws and boxed out.
One of the greatest players ever. He makes tough shots. He gets in the lane. He's able to finish. He did everything for them tonight, and once he got it going, it was just tough for us to slow him down. Obviously, you want to try to send 2 at him, just disrupt him as much as possible. But like I said, when he gets it going, there's pretty much nothing you can do.
He turned 35 in March. He's almost halfway to 40, and in his 14th year, creating more history. First player ever to score 50 in a Game 7. Ended up breaking the record held by his former teammate Kevin Durant. I don't know. He could see him in the Western Conference Finals. Let's pump the brakes on that. Curry also joins Karl Malone as the only players to score half 100 in a playoff game after turning the age of 35. All right, they'll be talking about that performance forever. We're talking about it right now with the former NBA Finals champion Kendrick Perkins, who joins us tonight here on SportsCenter. How would you describe what you saw from Steph Curry on Sunday?
Wazoo, in the words of the legendary Lil Wayne, we were watching a master at work. That was one of, if not the greatest Game 7 performances I ever seen. And it wasn't what he did, it's how he did it. Going into Sacramento, chewing on that damn mouthpiece and smiling and delivering and keeping that team in the game in the first half and in the third quarter when nobody else really had it going, including Klay Thompson. And just taking over the game and actually showing De'Aaron Fox, who has been playing outstanding throughout this series, that it's levels to this. So when I look at Steph Curry and the performance that he had today, I'm like, did he just crack the top 10? Is he one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game? And the answer is yes. That was a masterpiece what he put on.
Wow, all of that from a singular performance courtesy of Perk and his always strong opinions. The tangible, a 50-point performance in a Game 7 to save your season. The intangible, he may have just saved the Warriors dynasty. Perk back in a bit to talk about what else, LeBron and Curry, and the X factor that could end up deciding the series, a matchup no one's talking about. Perk, see you in a bit.
All right, Zoo.
Oh, no reason to laugh at this. What does half 100 look like when launched by the world's greatest shooter? It looks like this. 38 shot attempts, most he's ever had, 22 points in the paint, 21 points from deep, 7 threes, and 7 at the line. Setting up the Lakers and the Warriors. They've combined for 10 titles since the 90s, their first playoff series since 91. Magic averaged triple-double in that series. They took out the Run TMC Warriors in 5. LA would make it to the finals before falling to Jordan, the Bulls' first championship. Coming up, Big Perk back to discuss the newest iteration, the new Dre, because when a teammate becomes a fan like the rest of us, you know it's great. So Steph and LeBron, remember the 2015 finals, the Warriors snapping their 40-year championship drought, thanks to 25 from Curry, triple-double from Dre in the Game 6 clincher. The next year, of course, with the 73-win Warriors, and Mike Breen blocked by James, ringing in the ears of Cleveland fans forever. One of the most iconic plays in NBA history. And the Cavs would rally from 3-1 down to win it. It's their first championship that offseason. Of course, the Warriors got KD, brought the title back to the Bay. Steph dropped 34 and 10 dimes in the Game 5 clincher. LeBron had 41, but it wasn't enough. And then Golden State swept Cleveland in 2018 to end LeBron's second run with the Cavs. Steph poured in 37, had 7 threes, the most threes ever in a finals clinching win. And on Sunday, 50, the most ever in a Game 7. Man, after all those dizzying displays of greatness, what will the latest iteration give us? We'll find out starting Tuesday night in San Francisco. As promised, Big Perk is back. Your initial thoughts on the King versus Curry?
Must-see TV. Get your popcorn out, toes wiggling like this, Zoo. Look, we're talking about two of the greatest players to ever play the game going at it again. Forget the Cleveland and Golden State. We keeping this in-state. LA and San Francisco. I can't wait to see it. I think LeBron has a lot in the tank, and I actually think the Lakers wanted this matchup over the Kings. I think that LeBron feel like he got something when it comes down to his matchup with Andrew Wiggins. But make no mistake about it. D'Angelo Russell and Dennis Schroeder, they got their hands full when dealing with Steph Curry.
Yeah, SoCal and NoCal with the basketball world watching. What's the one matchup in this series that people aren't talking about it because they're so blinded by Curry and LeBron that might end up deciding this series?
Think about this for a second, Zoo. Sabonis might make an all-NBA team. He looked horrible in this series, and that was because of Looney and Draymond Green. And I look at how the combination of the two took him out of this series, but Anthony Davis is a different monster. The Anthony Davis that we have seen the second part of the season and in this postseason is the Anthony Davis that's looking like a top 5 player. So I'm going to be looking forward to see, can Looney and Draymond X Anthony Davis out, which I don't believe they can. I think Anthony Davis is going to rise to the occasion, and I think he's going to be the deciding factor why the Lakers win this series.
He had 16, 14, and 5 blocks in the clincher against Memphis. Curry versus LeBron. And get this, the winner in the next round could get Kevin Durant. You thought the storyline in this round was juicy? Wait until that. Possibly happens. Wow. Perk, can't wait for Game 1 Tuesday night. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Zoo. Appreciate you, my brother.
Now, of course, the Lakers are back on the big stage because an old man, while he didn't drop 40, did make sure the Lakers won the series clincher by that total. Dylan Brooks no-showed after the game, but showed up for his exit interview on Sunday and was simply asked, do you regret poking the bear/king?
No. That's who I am. I don't regret it. I'm a competitor. I compete. I don't think it got LeBron geeked up. Is he back in the playoffs? It's been a little while, so I think, he was ready to play. And overall, we just got beat better by a better team, bigger team. Guys that have their whole team, their whole pieces there. And, I'm just going to, continue to be me and get better at what I do.
Ice Bruins hosting the Panthers. You already